With July 4th just around the corner, that means there's going to be a ton of sales going on, and Big Tex has sent over an early look at what they're going to be doing from now, the time of this video, until midnight on July 4th. You got time to take advantage of this. However, there's not a lot of some of these items in stock. So really quick, they're doing 15% off site-wide, free shipping on all orders over $17.76, that's $17.76, and $200 e-gift cards with any NFA purchase. Now, I thought with this going on, it would be good to give you guys my top 5 things that I would go buy if I was buying during the sale. So I will link all these items below. Now, the coupon code that I have does not work for this sale because they've already got things priced so low, the codes won't take it any lower. So use the links down below. Even if you're not buying these items, use the link down below. It helps the channel, helps me put out content like this. It helps me to answer some of the questions you guys have about some of these products. I'm gonna go in order of what I would say is probably most important based on the content I've been putting out recently and a lot of the questions I've been getting. And so the one thing that I've seen a lot is guys don't have good rangefinders. So the first thing I would say would be the Vortex 4000 with the geoballistics built in. Now, the reason I say this is because it does 2-in-1. So you kind of put the Kestrel together with the rangefinder. So if you're using it properly, once you have it all set up and you have your data in there and your geoballistics set up, you can actually, as you go and range targets, it'll give you your hold in the rangefinder. So I think this would be a great investment for a lot of you guys that are getting into mid to long range shooting, because if your distances are off, you're gonna miss, right? And so then you're left wondering, is it you? Is it the gun? Is it the ammo? So this solves a lot of those problems, and it's something that would make your life at matches super easy. So I know at the Sniper Challenge, one of the guys, Charles, in the bolt gun class, or I think he was in open, he was getting wrong ranges. And so he was having a hard time hitting targets. And so we were talking and we were in the same group, we were chatting, and he was like, hey man, can you help me range targets? So at every stage, I would give him the distance we had. And then once we started doing that, he was spot on every time. So his data was good. He was just getting the wrong information as far as what the distances were. So this goes a long ways to make sure you're hitting your target. All right, second thing that I would say would be a Kestrel weather meter, the one that has the built-in ballistics. Now, there's a couple options. You can get the one that has the Hornady forward off. You can get the applied ballistics. There's a couple models, but get the one that the ballistic models. Pay a little more for the Elite. You can do more with it. It's your local weather station. So when you use geoballistics, it's using the information from local airports or local weather stations. It's taking that information. So this is right where you're at. So if it's different between the closest airport and where you're at, this is going to be closer to your environmentals. Now, is it a big difference? Probably not, but you can do a lot with this, especially with reading wind. So this allows you to take wind readings, but there's a ton you can do. This is a very powerful tool you can use. And it'll help a lot of you guys get on target. So when we were at the quantified performance match, Recce Randy, who came out, we put his information into Taylor's Kestrel. Taylor built out a profile for him and was giving him information. And by the end of the day, we had an entire dope card set up for him and was able to get him on target at 1,000 yards. So very powerful tool to help you if you're wanting to push those extended distances. Now, the next thing that I would say would be a Noveske barrel. So a lot of you guys have asked, what barrels do I recommend? And I've said over and over again, because of our testing, Noveske barrels have just been the most accurate out of the box. Now, they are pricey, which is why I'm saying take advantage of it during this sale. So I would say get a barrel, if you want whatever length you're looking at, but these barrels have been phenomenal. There's other good barrels out there too, so check out the Big Tex site. You don't have to get a Noveske, but these are the ones that I recommend for now. There's other barrels in the works. I don't have production versions of those yet, and so once those are out, we can compare and see, hey, are these better at a better price? But for the time being, this is the barrel I run in like all of my ARs currently. Then I would say something like a Ambi Lower. Now this is the Forward Controls collab with Sons of Liberty. This is their Ambi Lower they put together and they put out. This is actually one of the blim versions. So you can actually save a little bit of money by getting the blim version. And by blim, all it is there's a little line right here that isn't perfect. So Roger has pretty high standards for his product. And because it came out with that little line out of the machining, they said, nope, it's a blim. So it saves you quite a bit of money. There were some more of these. I bought a blim. So you can get a good product for a reduced price, and then you have the sale price on top of it. If you're looking for a billet lower or an Ambi lower or anything like that, Big Tex has a bunch of options. This is just the one that I went with. And the reason that I tell people to go with lowers, to buy lowers, especially with everything going on with gun legislation, especially with everything going on with gun laws, I would say buy lowers because the ATF has a registry. Whether we agree with it or not, whether you believe it or not, there is a registry. These serial numbers on these items are associated with your driver's license, and a background check is done on you. There is a registry. They keep track of it. They've downloaded all the FFL logbooks. They know who has what. And so if you've purchased a pistol, they have it as a pistol in their system. So there is a registry of you having a pistol. So if it does become an SBR, that whole thing. But if you purchase a lower, it is only a lower. What you build that into is up to you. There's no way for them to track what you build it into once you've purchased it. I tell people buy lowers because they may become one of the things that would be hard to get in the future. So whether you're buying something like this, a little bit higher end for yourself, or you're buying something just to store away, maybe a little bit cheaper, Big Tex has a bunch of options, so check those out. And then the last but not least, I would say the Ridgeline sling. Now the reason I say this is it's a sling, it's an expensive sling. That's why I'm saying get it during the sale. But because of how versatile the sling is, because you can use this as a rear bag in haste, because you can clip into your belt if you'd like to do that when you're shooting off of a tripod. It's a great design. I have 2 of these on both of my scope guns. I really dig the design that Ridgeline has. So check this out. Check out those items and everything else. Everything in the store is 15% off. So go check out Big Tex Ordnance and check out Big Tex Gear or BTO Gear. Both those sites are both running the same sale. There's different products on both sites. So check out both. Again, links down in the description. Thank you guys for following along. Make sure that like and subscribe. Crotch out that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. It's time for Texas Roadhouse.